Hey everybody, Max and Max's Models here. My wife ordered this R2 unit, which is electric and does stuff, and it was to go with one of her dolls, but it turned out it was too big, so I adopted it. Well, hello Blue Troopers, Max and Max's Models here. So today, I realized I'd left a couple of little decals, the US Navy decals, off of my F8C, so I had to dull coat it anyway. So I went ahead and put those on, dull coated it. I'm going to take it over to the photo booth and get some nice photo booth photos of it. But I'm going to maybe put one up here, but I'm going to save the rest of them. Don't want to give it all away. I'm going to put the rest of them up on the next viewer's build probably. So anyway, that was a minor chore. On the Aurora HC-1B Chinook, the prototype, I popped out all of the windows that had already been put in the one shell, and they came right out. I am thinking about maybe trying to vacuform them and make some copies, because one of them doesn't have any windows, and that might make because I'm going to have to hand fit what I do make, and that might make it a little easier, something to start off with. And I went ahead and just wrapped the shells together and started pre-painting them. That way, once I do get them together, all I'll have to do is mask off the areas I want to sand down. I also decided to play with the cockpits a little bit, found some instrument decals. It doesn't really have much in the way of a cockpit, so I went ahead and painted up the seats, put seatbelt harnesses on them, stuff you probably won't be able to see. And again, it does have pretty big windows, but I just wanted to doll it up a little bit for kicks and giggles. And one of them was missing a couple of parts, so I just kind of fabricated my own parts for it, or got some to look at work. And I'm going to go ahead and have some fun with these things. One of them, the tentative plan, which should change, is turn one of them into basically the prototype, and the other one I'll have some fun with. Since I don't have all the right parts, I might, you know what, we'll just see. Maybe I'll make a tactical Chinook or a Godzilla Hunter or something. We'll see. Or the AWAC Chinook, because they did try to use helicopters. They had some pretty interesting radars they put in. Then again, I may just make it like a regular old Army Chinook. We'll see. It'll depend on what parts I have and what I think it's going to look like. If I think I have enough there to actually make it look like a full, complete build, then maybe I'll just build it as a regular Army one. But that being said, it's like, well, that's all I can do on that right now. I'm looking at these other kits I want to get started on. But I had this Welsh Models Skyliner, the Convair 440 Metropolitan vac kit. And after doing that other one, I was like, I'd said I wanted to try and do another vac kit, but make some of the corrections that I did wrong on this one. So this kit, actually, I was surprised that when I started trimming the parts, I found out that I could just give the styrene a good wiggle on the straight edges, and it would snap right off. So I was like, well, that sped things up. Because I got all the parts marked out and was ready to start trimming them with a knife and everything. I was like, hey, let's give it a wiggle. And I learned if you snip little strips up to the edge of it, that you can just take those off one at a time. They snap right off, and it makes it, and then you can file them down. A lot of little tricks like that. So I'm learning as I go, but I've got a little bit of structure on the inside of this one, and there's a lot of sanding, which is common with these, particularly the trailing edges of the wings. You really got to sand them down, because you want them to have a fine edge. That means removing a lot of styrene, but it's real easy to go too far. But what happened with this one was when I put the little tabs on the fuselage put together, it worked, but I must not have glued one side down, because the top just popped wide open, and I was like, maybe it fell to glue. But the bottom sealed up pretty good. And I knew I glued it down fairly well. I was thinking maybe I just didn't put enough glue in there or whatever or something. But anyway, nothing I can't address, but it's actually going together a little bit easier than I expected. Of course, the Convair is a much cleaner airplane than a biplane. There's no rigging and a very smooth exterior. This comes with decals for both North Central Airlines, which are probably the ones I'll use, and Swiss Air. Now, I had planned to put this on a stick, but judging by the shape of the engine nacelles, it's intended for it to be wheels down. And it does come with landing gears. It comes with 2 sheets of styrene. It comes with a set of landing gears, which really aren't that bad. And it comes with the vacuform props, which I am not thrilled about, but I'm planning to put spinny props on it. But the fuselage has what appears to be closed gear doors, but that's even gear down, that's not really surprising because on a Convair, the gear doors and the nose closed after the gear came down. Just a little door on the back of the landing gear for the one little aft opening gear door remained open. But the main gear doors did stay open. So this is intended to be made wheels down. I really think about putting it on a stick though. So I'll probably make it wheels up. That'll require, well, it's going to be, you change off one kind of work for another. But the reason I got into this and doing something else is I wanted something that I thought would be reasonably quick, because I'm waiting on my Indy car to show up, the Domino's car. So when that shows up, that'll be a project to have done for the Formula One Indy car build through the end of next month. And speaking of group builds, the end of this month is when I need to have your first build kit. So if you guys have been working on those and you have some in, please get them to me. And I guess that's all the news that is the news for right now as far as model building goes. I'm looking at the stash over here, and I've got a couple of these bag kits that I'm thinking, maybe I'm really afraid of losing the parts on those things and everything. So maybe I should just go ahead and build a few of those. I don't have to paint them or decal them, but if I can get them built, just constructed and put to the side, at least I won't keep losing parts. See, that's how you keep from losing parts. You build the model. Oh, Max DeConke, super genius. Speaking of super geniuses, I saw they're doing the movie Coyote versus Acme, or Acme versus Coyote, and apparently, I guess the Coyote's going to sue the Acme company for all the defective stuff they sold him. Man, yeah, I'll give Hollywood credit for something. At least they came up with something that kind of resembles a new idea. And I got that R2 unit today. My wife ordered it, as I mentioned, for to go with, I think she's making a Princess Leia, and she needed an R2 unit, but it turned out to be a little too big. And she got a good deal on it, so it cost more to send it back. I'm like, oh, you know what? She's like, would you like this? Like, oh, would I like an R2 unit that runs around and goes beep, 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 and chases the cat? Of course. Gimme, 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 gimme. So now I have an R2 unit. Okay, guys, that's what we've got for tonight. You take care of yourselves. Talk to you later. And as always, model on. Hey, honey, I got a toy for you. Chicken.